What's wrong, Connie? Kind of looked like you got wet a little bit there.
For the last time, it is Kate, and I do not appreciate you turning on the sprinklers the moment I step foot on your lawn.
You know, as much as I enjoy seeing you a little wet, I'm still a gentleman, so why don't you just come inside and let me help you dry off? Here you go.
Well, you might as well be offering me a Band-Aid for open-heart surgery.
Well, there are more towels in the guest room at the end of the hall. Big fluffy ones. They're laid out right next to the tub.
I am not taking a bath in your house.
No, well, last time I checked, the contractor hadn't fixed the plumbing, so I'm just trying to help you out.
Well, I don't want your help. In fact, I want nothing to do with you.
Is that why you crossed over the sprinkler system to come over here?
No. To bring you this.
And what did this used to be?
The insurance appraisal for my centaur statue, which you will pay back in full.
I'm actually looking for a replacement statue as we speak. My decorator's doing that.
Oh, well, that's reassuring.
Oh, you don't like my taste?
This was not some bargain basement figurine. It was a one-of-kind piece imported from Italy.
Oh, I didn't know that at the time.
It wouldn't have mattered. You willfully shot it down just to spite me.
Miss Corinthos, I need to ask you a few questions.
Oh, well, it's about time. Arrest that man. He assassinated my centaur. That's Howard. H-O-W-A-R-D. Clearly, you're not a subscriber to Couture magazine, but perhaps your wife or girlfriend. Never mind.
So let me get this straight. You're saying you saw a half-horse, half-human flying thing over your house, and Mr. Corinthos shot it out of the sky?
Okay, no. It was a statue of a centaur. I was having it flown onto my new patio, and technically I was in a violation of injunction, but that does not give him the right to shoot the cable and have it plummet through my roof.
Ma'am, there's no way someone could have made a shot like that.
Okay, then how else do you explain an expensive piece of art just now in pieces in my foyer?
Maybe the cable snapped.
That's it. So why do you even bother coming down here if you're just going to make excuses for him?
Mr. Corinthos is being questioned in conspiracy to commit murder.
That's absurd.
What are you saying? You're saying you can provide an alibi on the day Lorenzo Alcazar disappeared?
Okay, you know what? Miss Howard's not saying anything until she has a lawyer.
No problem. I think the DA is going to want to speak to Miss Howard. Why don't you show her to her car?
Get your shoes, let's go.
How dare you! Oh!
Miss Howard, you just assaulted a police officer. You're under arrest.
It's going to cost you the badge you're wearing and any future hope of a career in law enforcement. When my lawyers are done with you, you'll be lucky to find a job as a security guard.
Quiet.
Don't you take that tone with me.
If you don't keep your mouth shut, they're gonna lock you up for disorderly conduct. And when they book you, they do a background check, okay? Unless you want the whole world to know you're Connie Falconeri, I would advise you to shut up.
Kate Howard?
Ah, at last. Someone with a modicum of cultural awareness. And you are?
I'm Rick Lansing. I'm the district attorney.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure. At least it would be if it weren't for these dreadful handcuffs. Please have them removed immediately, and you can take them off Mr. Corinthos as well.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Miss Howard. It's procedure, but, well, maybe the two of you can wait up in my office. Barrett, could you escort these two prisoners up to my office, please?
Yes, sir.
Let's go around this way. The DA should be in soon.
Oh, before you go, I'll have a soy vanilla latte, scorching hot with 2 sugars.
Miss Howard, he's a cop, not your coffee boy.
I'll be out in the hallway.
Wow, this is perfect. I spent a lifetime building a reputation, and within a month of laying eyes on you, I'm in handcuffs being held as an accessory to murder. You didn't do it, did you?
I hope you have a hell of a PR person because tabloids are going to have a field day with this.
Oh, please, don't be ridiculous. I've talked my way out of tickets before.
It's not a ticket. You assaulted a police officer.
He was manhandling me. My lawyers will threaten to sue for police brutality, and we'll have the charges dropped by the end of the business day.
Connie, the harder you fight, the worse it's going to be. Keep your mouth shut. I'll get you out of this.
Oh, okay. Like you got me out of scrubbing our names off my Uncle Anthony's garage door. It was very artistic, by the way, with the heart and all.
Right.
Who knew you could be so handy with a can of spray paint?
By the way, the Minucci brothers were the ones who tagged your uncle's garage, not me.
Oh, then why did you confess to doing it? And more importantly, why did you say that I helped?
I had my reasons.
You know,
Oh, the summers were hot in Bensonhurst.
Which is why the Minucci brothers used to hang out at that diner on 83rd Street to stay cool.
Well, it was the only air conditioning for 6 blocks.
And you had to order something to sit. Well, Moose and Eddie, like always, didn't have any money, so your uncle chased them out, and they tagged his garage to get even.
Why didn't you blame them instead of me?
Well, because, you know, you were giving me the silent treatment for over a week, and I wanted to get close to you, tell you how sorry I was. And now we made up, and you know how good that was.
It was a long time ago.
Anyway, listen, you know what? And here I am now with you. We're sitting here, and I got you into trouble again, and I apologize for that, but I'm going to tell you something right now. Do not put on this Kate Howard high society act with Rick, because it's not going to work.
Want to bet? Oh, good. Great. Now we can get this harmless misunderstanding behind us.
Detective Rodriguez indicated in his report that you mentioned something about shots being fired in your property.
Yeah, actually, it just sounded like a shot, and it really was the cable snapping. I was having my statue flown in, and the marble must have been too heavy for the cable, and it went crashing through my house. Mr. Corinthos and I were discussing the damages when your officers came charging in using excessive force, I might add. Now, I don't have to tell you how police brutality has become a very hot-button issue. This could be very damaging for your department if it was made public. I think, really, the best way for you to avoid a spectacle is to have us released immediately. Drop all the charges.
Are you threatening me, Miss Howard?
Oh, no. That is such an ugly way to put it. Why don't we just call it an emphatic request? I have recently acquired a multi-million-dollar property in the area, which makes me one of the most influential people in town, and I would just hate it to see your office and my team of legal experts get off on the wrong foot. You understand my position, don't you?
You know what, let me go check on a few formalities and I'll get this whole thing moving.
See? We'll have this whole thing cleared up.
Not if Rick has anything to do with it.
Well, he seemed perfectly reasonable to
He
me.
seemed perfectly reasonable because he's not only the DA, he's my half-brother.
Well, why didn't you say so? We could have used the family card and had this whole mess cleared up as soon as we walked in.
Rick's not going to do me any favors. He lives to make my life miserable. If you had asked him to release only you, he'd have done it in a heartbeat. But the fact that you included me, now you've ruined any chance that you have of getting out of here.
Well, I happen to know the weight that my name carries. This will all be over soon, and then you can thank me. You don't think I can get us out of this, do you?
You don't even know what this is. You're just shooting off at the mouth because you want to be the most important person in the room.
I was trying to get us released.
No, you were trying to win because that's the way you've always been, Connie. You know what? Nothing satisfies you unless you're in first place.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being ambitious, and besides, a person like me shouldn't have to settle.
Oh, is that what happened the night you didn't show up when we were supposed to run away together? You don't want to settle for someone like me.
You're free to go, Sonny.
Oh, great.
Apparently there isn't any evidence implicating you in Alcazar's murder.
And me?
Oh, no. You assaulted a police officer, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to hold you.
I was defending myself.
I'm really sorry, Miss Howard. I wish I could help you, but unfortunately, the law requires that I hold you in lockup until bail is set. You understand my position, don't you?
I most certainly do not. I demand that you uncuff me this instant.
Okay, Rick, don't leave her alone. Just let's deal with this with me. Don't leave her out of it.
What the hell are you doing? Your best friend's been arrested for murder and you're in here defending her?